The most painful thing I've ever done was walk away from the people I was supposed to love. The decision didn't arrive with a bang. It materialized in the quiet aftermath of 1,000 small, cumulative cuts. It was the moment Amelia realized the only way to stop the bleeding wasn't to bandage the wounds, but to drop the knife altogether, even if it meant severing the hand that held it. She sat at her kitchen table, the low winter sun illuminating dust motes dancing in the air an ordinary Tuesday, yet the heaviest day of her life. Her phone lay face down, a black, inert brick. She had already written the words she wouldn't send. I need space. I need quiet. I need to be safe. The worst part was the mechanical process. Going through her contacts, her thumb hovering over familiar, beloved names. Tapping block, she felt a terrible, physical recoil each time, as if she were sealing a coffin. When she blocked her mother, a choked sob escaped her, sharp and immediate. The connection, though poisoned, had been the oldest one she knew. Cutting it felt like disconnecting a vital organ. The silence that followed was not peaceful. It was a vacuum. It was the silence of a house after a violent storm has passed, leaving only ruin and an eerie stillness. The pain was not a dull ache, but a sharp, relentless series of phantom pains. Every ringtone, even a stranger's, made her jump, a tiny, foolish hope that they might have somehow found a new way to reach her. That things might be different. She mourned the ghosts of holidays, past and the imagined future. Gatherings that would never happen. Her niece's birthday came and went, a silent date on the calendar, marked only by the leaden weight in her stomach. Loneliness became her roommate, sitting across from her at dinner, following her into bed. She was unmoored, drifting on an ocean of her own making, yet desperately missing the rocky, familiar shore she had fled. But weeks turned into months, and slowly, irrevocably, the necessity of the act began to assert itself. The constant anxiety that had been her shadow, the flinch before answering the phone, the mental preparation before opening an email started to recede. The wounds began to scab over. She noticed her own laugh sounded lighter, her shoulders sat lower. She started planting flowers, something she hadn't had the emotional capacity for before. One evening, staring out the window at the new growth in her garden, the truth finally crystallized. The silence wasn't the void. It was the space where she could finally hear herself. The pain of the severance was sharp, enduring, and undeniable, but it was finite. The pain of staying had been slow, systemic, and infinite. She had traded one kind of suffering for another, and the one she chose was the one that promised, eventually, survival. The house was quiet now, and finally, Amelia could live there.